Hey everyone, change your plans. Dr. Phil had an emergency, unfortunately could not make it. It's my birthday, so I wasn't going to be on tonight. I was, but I wasn't going to be in the official capacity. I was going to relax and I was just going to chill. Didn't work out that way, so I'm over here rushing, putting something together real quick. Go figure. Right now, Hydra and Nutcracker are here. I'm here. I don't even know if the show got shared more than the Situation Room, so bear with me. Um, what a night! What a night for a birthday, huh? So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I understand Kickside put out a podcast. And I unfortunately have been out of my mind busy and only watched like 5 minutes of it out of the 16. And the only thing I took out of it is supposedly, and Nutcracker just said it like, I don't know, 30 seconds ago, Kickside said they're listening to us. But weren't they supposed to be listening to us all along? Supposedly they were. And my opinion, they're only listening to a couple people. They are not listening to us. Um, because we didn't ask for this PvP changes as it is, but we're getting a bunch of them. We've gotten a bunch. Prime example, this bullshit. You're better off fighting from a fucking dead base. Does anybody disagree, or agree with that?
I agree with that.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
brought back the old days of fighting from a dead base.
you cannot be a full healthy base and I mean, you're a full healthy base, and the guy's out there hitting with it from a dead base. You hit the guy with the dead base. He literally might lose what 20, 30, maybe 40 infamy. But if he hits you, he's gaining what 300. Am I right? Wrong? Other?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, that's no fun. I want to penalize them. I want to beat their ass. I want them to know I hit them, dead or alive. And it doesn't work that way anymore. Now I better off getting hit, jumping over with the dead base, and then letting them keep hitting me, and I can just keep hitting them and taking 3 times as much. Champ, what do you think of this now that you just popped in?
Sorry, what was the question?
Question is, what do you think of the new PvP rules? Basically, you hit from a dead base, you're better off.
I don't know, man. The thing I don't like is if you're holding a base and then you let go, you get a pink bubble. That's the thing I
Right?
don't like.
That's a bullshit thing too. Very bullshitty.
Yeah. So you could be holding for any reason. You could be holding for another player. You could be holding, waiting for, you know, set your ally or something to go attack it or something. But yeah, that's the aspect of the new PvP rules I don't really like. Not a big fan of. But they're gonna do what they're gonna do, so it's cool.
I'm not a fan of it. But they say they're listening to us, and I know a majority of people are not liking that. I don't like the fact that you're better off hitting from a dead bubble. I'd rather have a fight with two healed bases, but now I go, this guy's literally just popping time after time after time, getting 400 in for me off a hit, and we're taking 20 and 30. You can only hit him once every 10 minutes on top of it. There's too many changes at once, and they're conflicting each other, in my opinion. Oh, you can't run the train. You only can hit them once for every 10 minutes, and then you can't. You're only getting 20 and 30 infamy off of them. I just don't like it. What do you think,
Yeah,
Nutcracker? Nutcracker?
Sorry, what was that? I think it's exploitable because you can get somebody to give you a 2-star. You can jump to another sector, and you can smash away. They'll take a bit. You take loads.
they're trying to solve the issue of the so-called 69, and they don't have a clear definite. I'm talking about the Kickside development team and whatnot. They don't. I don't think they really have a clear definition of what it is because they're getting all
Well,
kinds of opinions from different players and stuff.
they're getting all their opinions from PvE players. That's the bloody problem. They need to get it from PvP players, and their definition is wrong. We stated on our show earlier on PV, the correct meaning of it. Getting a friendly bubble is a different pronunciation for a different thing. A 69 is a pronunciation for a different thing.
They definitely proved that the other night with the diary of what did they call that? The diary of a dumbassness? I mean, I'm sorry.
PvP diary or something.
Yeah, the PvP diary. What are we? Vampire Diary next?
At least, I can say this about the War Commander Kicksai development team. At least they're responsive to listening to players' complaints and stuff like that. And
it's been listening to us.
Yeah, it's just to me, it seems like they're listening to the wrong people.
Look, on your show, on other shows, all the shows, we've all give out the definition of 69.
Yeah.
And they still got it fucking wrong.
Yeah. It's just
well, they're listening to one or two players, like Bob said, Nutcracker said. They're completely listening to the wrong people. They're listening to a couple farmers that say, "Oh, we PvP all the time."
Bullshit.
Look,
you hit dead bases all the time. That don't mean shit.
Right, everybody's entitled to play the game as they wish, right? Some
true.
PvP,
Very true.
Some PvE. So fair play to them. Let them carry on. It's how they want to play. That's fine. Others just PvP, nothing else. But you have to farm to get on in this game. So the two definitions have a distinction. But what Kickside don't have is a distinction between 69 and a friendly bubble.
Mm-hmm.
So to get there, they need to ask the fucking players that do PvP.
But they won't.
Well, the problem is they think they are. They truly think they are.
It's a pros and cons of Discord as well. I mean, Discord has a lot of good things to offer as far as communicating with Kickside and stuff, but on the other hand, you got a bunch of people that just troll all day there, and it makes it really difficult to communicate the issues of the game at hand. Especially with this level crap, if they're inviting people to the focus groups based on how much you talk on this Discord chat.
They've not had a focus group since last September.
Yeah, they stopped the focus groups again.
Oh, yeah, that's good. I mean, I actually think that's a good thing.
Well, I don't, because now they're just talking to the couple people that are in there, and now they're getting totally incorrect information.
Let me ask you guys something. Did you guys watch the latest Bernie's?
Yeah, the podcast. Yeah, I watched it.
What did you guys think of that?
Like I said before you got here, I only listened to about 5 minutes of it.
I listened to all of it.
Phil was going to address it. Unfortunately, Phil had an emergency. He couldn't make it. So I'm literally, I didn't get over it. So how about Champ or Nutcracker go over it for the community?
Well, they went through a lot of things. Two main things I noticed was listening to the community. And as you said earlier, Roy, they should have been listening all the time. That's what all good gaming people do. Correct. They listen to people that play the game. We pay to play, most of us anyway. So we are a customer. You listen to your customer and what your customer wants.
Okay.
And that should have been put across in a different manner. This is going back to the wording of when they do stuff as well. They just word things so bloody wrong. And somebody said to me, but that's how American people think about it.
No,
Hang on a
no,
minute. This is a
no.
fucking universal game.
Yeah,
It's
that.
played all over the world. You have to word it so everybody understands it. And that's where they're fucking going wrong.
Well, the thing is, maybe I think like the survey they did this beautiful survey, and we all gave them credit for doing it. But because they had their terms wrong on their side, the players had their terms, the kick side had theirs. I think they got the wrong information.
Yeah. Because they're not wording things the right way.
No, they're not. They're not getting the. They're not getting. They're saying, well, when you deal with 69 in, what is the biggest problem? Well, their mind, they're thinking of a whole different aspect. They're thinking of the night bubble. We're thinking of, okay, this guy's getting held by his buddy, and while he's out hitting the sector. We're thinking of something totally different. So we're miscommunication. We're not having that clear communication that we need to fix the game properly.
They need to employ an Englishman so they get the word in fucking right.
Oh,
Hey,
Jesus.
now.
Now, wait a minute here. I consider that racist. How's that? As Irish would tell me.
No, I'm just trying to put that word out there.
So, do you guys think maybe it is miscommunication?
Yes, very much so.
Not hard
Champ.
to do.
Champ, what do you think of the rest of the podcast?
I mean, I didn't really. I guess they have a new executive producer because Gold
Oh,
Doodle.
yeah, he was introduced, wasn't he?
Yeah. So Gold
What is his
Doodle.
name? Because I don't know the guy. I missed it.
Draken? Is it Draken?
No, it's not. I've forgotten the name, but it's not Draken. Definitely not Draken.
I thought it was Draken.
God, what was his bloody name? Hang on, I'll check. Hang on.
There's a new executive producer of War Commander, and it's I've been pretty hard on Bernie, so
Yeah, but I understand Golden Doodle got a promotion.
He
Yeah,
got a
and this
promotion.
guy took over.
So there's another dude that took over his position. So I mean, they're it's good that they're discussing these issues and shit.
Okay.
But
I agree with that.
I've this is coming from me here. I've said over and over, stop messing with PvP. Just don't mess with the PvP. It's fine the way it is. There's no way you're gonna stop 69ing. Okay, I mean it happens. Players don't like it. It happens though, but there's nothing we can do about it. It's always gonna be an issue.
Right.
And it's not that. To me, it's not that big of an issue to fucking totally fucking change the aspect of PvP.
I honestly think 69 is probably down to 10% of what it was.
It's a tactic, yeah, and they have curbed the ability to do that in a lot of ways.
Right.
And
Yeah, I haven't seen it as much since I've been back in game.
so it's, to me, it's never been an issue for me, but for other players, they still whine about it. And Ring of Fire, whatever. It's a tactic of the game. It's a good defensive tactic.
Very true.
And for other players that use that tactic, more power to them. It's a tactic, okay? We're using teamwork here.
With the A key nowadays, it's even harder.
Yeah, the A key was a fucking godsend.
Yes, it was. I still praise them for that.
Hey, Roy.
Yeah.
I just want to make an announcement on the show here.
Go ahead.
Oh no, you're not gay, are you?
No.
No, he is not coming out of the closet yet.
Although sometimes I wonder about some of our people.
I wonder about a few people in the community. That's for damn sure.
No, because I've heard a lot of people say your show is just AAF. It's an AAF show. So
Never mentioned.
I've heard people say that.
Yeah, but we
I
never
fight
mentioned
all
it.
sides. I post on every damn page I'm on, including www, KT, TP. And if any one of them wants on, they're more than welcome to go through the the little check I do.
As long as I can come on and not make it personal.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not politics. Nothing about politics on here.
So yeah. I mean, I just want to everybody, fucking whatever fucking alliance you're part of, please be part of the show and please contribute to whatever ideas and thoughts you have on this game. That's all I want to say.
Yes, girlfriend.
Good talk. Yeah, good on that. Let's get back to this podcast. They said they were listening to the community. I truly feel they are making that attempt. I really do think Kickside is making the attempt. Do I think our communication between us is way off? Do I think part of it is I don't think they're listening to the mods as much as they used to, which I'm not saying the mods are 100% correct because we've seen mods make mistakes in the past, but I don't think they're listening to real players either. So, but who they are listening to is a couple, and I do mean a couple farmers that think they know the game so damn well, but nobody's heard of them outside of Discord. So all of a sudden now they're making these big shot calls, and it's hurting the game. Can anybody does anybody else feel this way? Is it just me?
It's not just you.
I feel the same way.
I mean, the Skittle kids are hurting the game. Don't get me wrong, Discord does have its value.
It's got its pros and cons, and you can get on there and you can chat with Storm Chaser or whoever's on
you guys
there.
can. I am still in. I have to play incognito over there.
He's
And yes,
still in jail.
the funny part was I did have a talk with Storm Chaser the other night. No, he didn't know it was me. And I asked him a few questions, and he, as usual, answered. But of course, I can't say it's me. So if that's the way it's got to be, it's got to be. I'm still in there working for the community.
Yeah.
And the answers I got, and he said that is a couple good questions, and he will look into it. So I'm good with that. If that's what it takes to keep working for the community, I'm good with this. But what I don't appreciate is the fact that I'm bringing up good points to him, and he said, "Oh yeah, I want to look into that," but yet I have to do this incognito, and I never even was on Discord, but to only PM them. But yet I'm being punished that way because of, once again, customer service, getting their butt hurt on because I got a hold of something I wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I know. It's been beat to death. Let's move on from that. But here's another question for the group, especially Devious, that's been so quiet and been around for a long, long time. Devious, you've seen the game almost from the beginning, I believe, if I remember correctly.
Me too.
Have you seen PvP change so much that it's not even close to the original? What brought everybody to the game? Is it changed that much? I think we lost Stevie. Nutcracker, what do you think?
Yeah, it's changed a hell of a lot. I mean, the fun I used to have in the old days. I mean, the days of when somebody was in their base, you couldn't attack them because they were in their base. We used to have so much fun. We try and goad them out of their base. People would say, "No, I'm not coming out. No, I'm not coming out. You'll hit me." "No, we won't hit you, honest." It was so much fun. I mean, the old days, that's long, long gone. But PvP's changed to the point where it's gone too complicated.
Well,
we have changed this ourselves.
Oh yeah, we did this.
It's our fault that it's done this, but Kickstarter have tried to put in place too many changes. It needed to go back to basics. That's all they had to do, is take it back to basics.
Mm-hmm.
And we wouldn't have all this.
Here's a question. You just brought up the fact that back in the day, you guys used to go and tease and mess with each other to get each other to pop. Was it ever as verbal and vindictive as chat is now?
No, God, no.
No, the chat's never changed, man. It's always been.
No, we never used to have that. Not at the start of this game.
The start of the game, the chat's always been bad for me. At least for me.
That's because
mean-
everybody hates you.
I know. I caused a lot of problems in the game, and for that, I try not to speak in the global chat that often on the game, but
We learn this as we play.
yeah,
as
yeah,
old players, we know what it's about. We don't, we ignore it. We just get on with the bloody game.
exactly, yeah, yeah.
Right.
So, but it's that chat thing about talking about family. It's wrong, but it happens. It does happen.
Oh yeah, I see so much of it. I've seen
Family
so
and
much.
personal stuff. It always happens in the chat and stuff.
Well, let me bring this up. And this was brought up from an outside show, and this outside person thinks it's such a big deal that he gets all these views and all these things, and his show is so much better, and he's going back to an ego trip, is what I'm going to call it. And he personally wants to attack me in my show, which I don't really give a shit. Like I keep telling, I told Champ the other night, we got into a discussion about this, and I really don't give a shit if I get 1,000 views or 1 view. If I can help that one person, I'm happy I'm here. I'm happy I'm on. And you and many
It's
others.
what all we ever do. I mean, we come on here, different clans, doesn't matter what alliance you're with,
Right.
as long as we give it out to these people that want to watch these shows, no matter what show it is, that's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what really irritates me? What is irritating me is he wants to see literally turn around and go, well, Roy does this and Roy does that. And guess what? So do you. I've seen you in World Chat. I've seen you talk smack. I've seen you call people really interesting names and talk about their families. I've seen you do all this.
Yeah.
And then when somebody does it to you, you cried. You told Kickside you'd quit the fucking game if somebody didn't take care of it. I laughed my balls off.
The amount of times I've seen that.
That's
Oh
good.
my
That's
God.
good for the gander.
Yeah, you know what? If you're going to say stuff to the community in a world chat,
Nicole.
and then it comes back and blows up in your face because they're saying the same stuff or even stuff on a different level,
Exactly.
grow the fuck up. You started this shit. Don't play innocent.
Hey, Roy.
You can't
I've
stand
been
the
on-
heat. Get out the kitchen.
Hey, Roy. And guys on the panel, I've been on all the shows. I've been on the VP show. I've been on Unshackled. I've been on, your show. And as far as I'm concerned, they're all good platforms. They're all sharing information. But
Right. That's what it's for.
Yeah, that's what it's for. And it's not a platform for
Ego.
tearing other people down or any clans down here or any alliances. It's not what this thing is about. So
Well, it's not what's supposed to be about, anyways, Jim.
it's not what it's about. I'm not here to tear anyone down personally.
Well, that's all their show is about. I don't care what anybody else says. I've been paying attention, really close attention. I don't ever say anything to about them. I say it to the guys, not on here to where it's exposed to the community, but amongst my close friends or whatnot, we talk about it quite a bit lately. And it seems to me that show is nothing but a bunch of personal, it's like somebody's personal tool for battering anybody that they feel is either a threat or competes with something that they want or conflicts with their views or whatever. Then it's just a tool to personally go after other people. And I'm telling you, they've gone after me personally. They've gone after Roy personally. Hell, it just seems to me that's all it's ever about anymore. And then they want to complain to the community when that some of that backfires on them. And that's exactly what Roy was just talking about. I don't see any other way of looking at it. They're just personal. It's all personal.
I hear you, man. I don't, two wrongs don't make a right, and I don't want to tear the other shows down. So I'm not gonna attack anyone personally, but it's wrong to use a platform like this to to attack other players or clans or whatnot, personally like that, and it's just it's not right.
Well, you
So,
could tell. You could tell by the people that's doing it. You could tell what their mindset is by their actions. It's like the same as using some sort of program to boost your views. It's not real people watching your show, but yet it looks like, oh man, they're just blowing everybody else out of the water. But it's nothing like that because you just using a program to fake that people are watching your show. That right there tells me that it's really not about the community,
Hi, everybody.
Hello, Queen.
Happy birthday.
Hey, darling.
To some people, it truly has stopped being about the community and all about feeding their ego. Go ahead, Nutcracker.
3 months ago, I would have blown a fuse over personal attacks.
Right.
So you guys need to go and see my therapist because now, this weekend, I've had so much personal attack over the past 3 or 4 days. You would not believe in the game. I mean, really, lots. And I'm just laughing at it and ignoring it and playing my game.
Well, here's the thing.
You guys need to see my fucking therapist.
Wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute. And I got 2 people mad at me yesterday because I was turning around and saying, I'm not going to address this. And to me, it wasn't worth it. But when my friends are getting so upset because I'm not standing up and saying something about it, I finally said, okay, maybe it's time I open my mouth a little bit. Well, my friends are being more insulted by this than I am. Me personally.
Yeah, I agree. I got the same. I got the same. Look, I'm just trying to lighten this up a little bit because it's getting a bit too heavy.
I just think to me, it's just somebody's ego that needed to be stroked because he can't get out of his own way. And that's all it is. But to my friends, it's bothering them. So I open my mouth a little bit to let them know I am aware of what's going on.
Yeah.
Do I really give a crap? No.
We don't have to name names on here. We all know who it is, and
we watched it.
At the end of the day, it's like when somebody says, I'm shagging your mum. Well, good luck there, mate. There's a shovel, dig her up.
Well, it's the thing is, it's not that. It's kind of a twofold thing. They're insulting. I mean, they're insulting the show, right? You run a show, and it's like it's just about the game, but that other show, they bring up your name and like what for? I mean, it's completely unnecessary, man.
It should be about the community and information and informing the community.
It's nothing personal, you know.
Totally agree.
I mean,
but when they do attack you personally, fuck them. I don't give a shit anymore.
Why do you? I don't understand why. And like, what? And then, the thing that fucking really trips me out is at the end of the show they say, "Hey, remember, guys, it's just a game." And I'm always really.
Thanks, Mike. I appreciate that.
I think the point's been made.
I'm like staring at. Really, it's just a game.
Yeah,
you just ran a whole fucking. You just ran a whole fucking show tearing people down, and then at the end, remember, guys, it's just a game.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, champ.
There's people like me out there who have too much going on and out in the real world to get stressed out over a freaking game.
I've just showed up. Can I give my opinion on this?
Oh, of course.
Okay, I do produce a show, and I'm not going to put myself on any pedestal or say I'm high and mighty or thou. I do come on this show because I do agree with the panel here. We are very like mind. And Nutcracker is one of my panelists and has been a co-producer, and he understands this wholeheartedly. I run a standing rule: map is map, show is show. The show is about being informative to the community, helping the community. If you go onto a show that's supposed to be about information and helping, and you turn it into your own personal piss and moan fest about anyone by name, clan, or anything other, you are no longer giving the community what they deserve.
Agreed.
And should be given. You're there. The show you are now running as a personal attack platform that was originally set up to inform the community no longer is that show anymore.
And that happened to me tonight, and I bit the bullet.
And you did very well. But you cannot take, if you want to have your own whinge and moan fest about a clan or a person or an alliance or anything, you know what? YouTube is a free to do it yourself platform. Go create your own whatnot channel and go for it. Have it all, but do not tear down a show that originally was created to be another avenue of information to the community.
Yeah.
And I've never been the biggest Unshackled person. I'm not gonna lie, I'll admit it, and they all know it. Everybody in the past, they all know it. So I'm not talking adversely against them. But where Unshackled began, starting as an informative place, Unshackled bars none, everybody could come on and say what they wanted to say, was it was the uncensored feeling of how the game was going. Now it's just turned into unadulterated personal hatred, and that does nothing for the community. No, Godscope. We're not tearing them down.
No,
they're not. I just sat there and openly said, that it has to come from a good place. Where it's sitting at right now is not doing anything for the community. Don't sit there and say like you guys are doing right now, because I have not said anything ill towards anyone or said any names.
Go watch the show, Godscope.
Unshackled started out like it's still a great brand. Don't get me wrong. It is a good show.
They got some good people on there that do bring stuff to the table.
It's going in the wrong direction. If they want to, bring different.
Iron Hunter just said, "Let's move on."
Yeah, let's move on. That's a good idea.
Let's move on.
Okay, sorry about that, guys.
No, Champ, like you said, it's something.
We're all guilty.
Yeah, I'm guilty.
No, we're all guilty.
Yeah.
So that's
all right. So. Speaking of guilties and not, what do you guys think of the 3-minute bass hits or tune hits? Excuse me.
I hate it.
I love it.
I hate it and I love it because it's good in defense, but it's bad for attack.
Yeah.
And that's what I said. It's awesome if you're the one if it's your tune being hit, it's great. But if you're the person hitting the tune, it blows balls.
Yeah, you gotta be pretty quick.
That sounds about.
Change that.
You got to be pretty quick. Yeah.
I'll open the page up and do a coaching session.
I don't need no coaching.
We're obviously not doing it right, are you?
Oh, Tim, you're not doing it right. Wait a minute here.
He's taking it the wrong direction.
I think we went the wrong direction.
So there it was.
I'm on about hitting tunes. Don't know what you're talking about.
Look, I'm hating it in one way because I think it's actually, I want more time to kill somebody's shit. But usually if I get a hold of their tune, they retreat it anyway. So to me, it's not a win-lose situation. It's Kickside making the adjustments to PvP. To combat something we're not asking to combat. But to me, it's really, when they try to put up the Ring of Fire, it really does break that up real fast. So it's got its pro. It really does. But man, that con, I want to kill your shit, and you're fucking only giving me 3 minutes to kill a heavy.
Yeah, wait. No, seriously,
hard.
when did they do this?
Last week, Thursday.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was kind of away.
What they've done, they've reduced the attack in a tune to 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, if you've got a buggy, who cares? You're in and out in 20 seconds. But if you've got a heavy tune, you are not going to kill it in 3 minutes.
No.
But
no.
Most players will retreat it, but a good PvP player won't retreat it, and he will defend it.
Yeah.
Right.
And once he's defended it, he can still hit.
Yeah, I defend my heavy because 9 times out of 10, they try to throw the Herald in on it anyways.
Yeah.
You're not going to, I'll just keep running that sucker around. Hey, let's play stupid and run around. And so to me, that's not a big deal. But when I go up there and I'm just trying to snipe and they get a hold of my buggy and they hold my buggy for the 3 minutes, I'm kind of questioning their tactic, but okay. Now I'm just bringing 2 more buggies and now I'm going to be able to snipe you with like 6 different tunes if I have to, you know. To me, the only reason I don't like is I want to kill your shit if I get a hold of your heavy.
Yeah, if you're the aggressor, and most of the times you are the aggressor, and as an aggressor, being the aggressor, I mean, the tables always can get turned when it comes to 2v2. Being the aggressor, it's fucking shitty. But being the aggressed, it's awesome.
I think on a balanced side, it's fair.
It's fair. It is absolutely fair.
It is fair. And if you're the attacker, then 3 minutes is a lot better than 6 minutes. So there you go. And if you're the defender and you really need to hold this guy, then 3 minutes sucks for you because you want the 6 minutes. So it is kind of balanced.
And what's that, Champ?
You guys mind if I interrupt here?
Yeah, no, I said, and what's that, Champ?
I just want to say hi out there to fucking Debo on YouTube, man. I wish he would get on this motherfucker.
Oh, I love Debo. I love
Debo's he's the coolest dude in the fucking world, man.
Yeah. Most mellow guy I've ever seen. And he takes the game as a game like it's supposed to be.
I mean, he plays it how it is, and he gives his honest opinion. So I'll send him the link. So hopefully fucking maybe will join us sometime.
You know what? I've hit Debo about, 4 or 5 times. And he never takes it personal. And he always asks how my base is. You know, he plays the game.
He's the coolest dude in the game. I've met.
Oh, yeah. With hands down. Hands down.
So, man, he's got a lot of insight into what he feels on like the units and stuff. He uses a lot of units, like unusual units that people never use, and he's pretty good at that.
So, what do you think of the infamy change?
The infamy change, I really haven't noticed it.
I fucking hate it.
I'm iffy. It's.
She's an iffy and she's got a stiffy.
Can't catch me up on these damn changes later.
As Killer Queen says, you work for an hour, you get an hour's pay, not 8 hours.
Well, I'm sorry. When I fly in somebody's base, it's bucket, and I want to fucking get the infamy.
Okay, but if you go into a base that's already been beat the fuck up, did you actually flat it?
If he coined his fucking base tune, you might as well say so. And that's what they're doing. They're coining their base tune, but not coining their base. So now, guess what? You're still fighting a healthy fucking tune.
Yeah,
but you're only getting fucking 20 infamy.
And they're not.
It was the I thought it was when you started the battle, each person has a bucket. Even if his base is dead and your tune's pristine, where the last guy wasted his whole tune attacking that base. I thought it was a bucket. The more damage you did, the more
to the base, not to the tune.
Well, why isn't the tune? Then the tune needs to be added into it, right?
It works both ways, though, man. It works to your advantage and your disadvantage. From a attacking perspective and a defending perspective. If you jump into an enemy sector, you're gonna be defending your base, and you plan on popping and whatnot. The players are gonna take less infamy, so in that way, it's an advantage. If you're attacking another player, keep constantly getting smashed, you're gonna take less infamy, and that way is the disadvantage. So, I don't know, man. I wish they would just quit messing with the PvP as it is.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I mean, yeah, sure, they're trying to balance it out, but they're kind of screwing it at the same time.
Oh, they're doing not kind of. They are.
Yeah. I've said this over and over, and it's like a broken record to me. But just stop messing with the PvP.
Well, let's ask you two. What do you guys think of the PvP infamy change? Let's ask them. Let's get the community, which there is plenty of people on watching. What do you guys think of the PvP change, the infamy change?
I don't like it.
I don't like it either, champ, and I don't hide that fact. People know me; they know I'm not going to hide the fact. That's just who I am. I got a big mouth, and I will open it.
Advantage to big coiners. Very confusing.
All right, what's confusing? I don't see confusion. Okay. Well, here's the deal. And here's how it works. If the guy's base gets hit first time, the guy will get a 3-star on him. You get max infamy, max everything. But if the guy behind you goes in and hits him, and it only registers a 1-star because his base didn't heal fast enough, he's only going to get 1-star infamy.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. So, but the meantime, this guy that you guys are beating on is out hitting bases. He's going to still get the 200 and 300 infamy
on bases that are also unhit.
Yeah. So basically, he's better off just sitting there from a dead base. Hey, you know what, Davis? This is how a lot of people are doing it, and it's God's honest truth. Devious, flatten me. Coin. Okay, and then I take my 1 gold, coin my CC, jump into a sector, say, here I am, let them feed on my base, and they're only going to get 20 and 30 infamy. In the meantime, I'm out hitting everybody and their mother, and guess what? I'm getting 200-300 infamy a pop.
That's the way it used to be. And I loved fighting from a dead base. And I told everybody the last time, my only strategy as a low-ranked player, level 35 and whatnot, was to jump in the sector with the rest of the team, that all these big hitters that are taking all the glory hitting, just big guys just smashing each other all to pieces and shit like that. I would go and pick on the biggest guy in the sector, and he would be just like, thinking he was all proud and everything, come straight to your base, flatten you, and take no infamy or 1 infamy or whatever. I would love it. I'd do that every single time, and I just put all my tunes away except for 1 buggy, and I'd fly around the map just hitting bases, because you're protected by the system. You're protected by their own guy, So fighting from a dead base, if that's the way that it's going to be, then I'm telling you, it's very profitable. All you have to do is just think it through and get somebody to hit you. And yes, you can get a friendly to hit you and do the same thing. So there's a strategy there to it.
We are going to 2015 this shit again.
Hell yeah.
But here's the
like
thing.
1999?
But here's the thing. If you guys are not worried about taking bubbles, that means you are not going to be worried about coining your CC, coining your base. You're not going to coin anything except for your fucking hitting tune. Is it Kickside losing money?
Why ask why on YouTube? You're welcome to join. Same with any of you guys on YouTube. Fucking, if you want to join.
What's
I think he's wanting to show. He's wanting this infamy thing to be shown live.
I don't know who's going to do that, because I'm supposed to be going out to dinner as soon as the show's over. It is my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. Well, we're not doing a big birthday bash jump.
No, not this year. This year, I've been too occupied with all the real life stuff.
Oh, congrats, though. I watched the live video late.
Yeah, CDN salesman, you want to join the show live is the question.
Yeah.
If so, someone PM the fucking hangout link and he can join the show.
I'm sure he can come on another one once he gets vetted and sorted.
Yeah, that's probably the better bet.
Yeah. So you're more than welcome.
Yeah. One of the other things I think people really want to discuss is some of the things that we did ask for have come through. Like the A key was awesome, best thing they've ever done.
I love the A key.
I mean, even somebody with a slow computer has become relevant again.
Yes.
But some of the things that they are talking about implementing, they haven't exactly worked out as well. But they've pulled them off. They've done different things. But I'm noticing a lot of DCs lately when I try to move tunes around too fast, or I do anything inside my base too fast. Am I the only one that's noticed that since all these changes have hit?
Now, I noticed earlier when I was getting hit in another sector, when I tried to move my tunes around and somebody else was having the same issue, either they wouldn't fire at all or it got extremely laggy. And all I was trying to do was move my platoons out of the way.
Well, the lag thing is, you're talking. Look, you got people from all different walks here, some across the planet. Their connection to the server is compared to somebody that's sitting right down the street from Kixeye or wherever their server is completely different. So there's a lot of mechanics going on here, and it's really hard to blame stuff on that. But there's really a lot of desync errors that's going on out there too. It was refreshed yesterday in some of the people's memory when somebody reported that they were being attacked by two players at the same time. That usually Roy told me what that comes from, people hitting real close back and forth, or hitting
over and over and over,
and then it eventually gets desynced. I think you even said that you got hit 3 times at the same time by 3 people. So a lot of that is you got to expect something to give there. So I don't know if there's ever going to be a fix for that, but because of the game, the way things are with the game, I think that's pretty much going to be stuck with us for a while, because there has to be some sort of give and take. And then once it gets so far out of desync, that's when you get DC'd or black screen or whatever you want to call it, and then you got to refresh. So something's got to give, and you got to expect it.
Yeah, I mean, I think Nutcracker's on here. It's like it's either you or someone else on there. Said every five things, refresh and clear your cookies.
Every 5 actions you do.
Yeah. Every 5 actions, I swear by it, and I never get any problems. I mean, I've just got a DC now hitting somebody's tune, hit it a second time, but I think that's because I've been so busy on the shows and everything, and I forgot to do it. So that's why I got it.
Take your Ritalin. Slow down.
Oh.
No, joking. Drink a beer. Slow down. If anything's going to slow you down, it's going to be a beer.
That's more my vodka. I've been on a vodka kick.
You've been on a vodka kick since you came out the womb, I think.
Sour dashes, but I've changed.
What's up, Jim?
Bottom line, man, the game, it's still fun. We still have. We still have like a camaraderie, like we have like a bunch of friends, whoever it is, whatever alliance or no. Yeah, we're on Discord together. We're fighting other clans. We're fighting other people, and it's fun. It's fun, whatever. We're like in a different sector smashing, and it's still a fun game, bottom line, and Kixeye is the War Commander team, I should say. They're trying to like tinker around with this 69 issue. I wish they would just stop with it.
Oh, I agree. That is something I'm begging for them to do.
This is what I said earlier. They just need to go back to the original. There's too many elements in it now.
They should shelve anything that they're working on when it comes to that subject until they get a better understanding of what's going on and move on.
At least get us on the same terms.
They've got too many hands in the cookie jar. Let's sit there. They got too many hands. It's like you shove everybody's hands into the cookie jar. Guess what? Everybody's hands get stuck, and nobody gets a fucking cookie, and nothing gets nowhere. And that's what we're doing right now. They're trying to put their hands in too many aspects of this game, and it's getting stuck, and nobody's getting anything out of it.
Yeah, it's still a fun game, and they just need to quit messing with our fun, Kixeye, please.
Do more things like the A key where it's helpful.
The A key was awesome. That's like the greatest thing they ever did. You know what I mean?
And number 2, the big change they did, and by the way, I really appreciate still to this day, is the map. When you're on the map and you can type in the chords, you don't have to post it to the whole world. The
Oh,
energy
Love the coordinate widget.
Yeah, the coordinate widget is still is number 2. A key number 1.
Yeah.
I
It's
hear-
little
Number
stuff like
two.
that helps the game. Some of this other stuff is kind
I hear a lot of complaints.
Yeah.
About the map speed, moving around on the map. What does everybody think about that?
Oh,
don't
God.
even go there with me.
Oh,
Philip.
you
Whoa,
have to
one at a time.
You want? Can I
Can I
go?
go first?
Yeah,
Can I
go
go
for it.
Go.
Right. Well, they've adopted the English way of driving. We come
Slow
to a
and steady.
roundabout. We come to a roundabout, and we have to go all the way round it to go the other way, and that's what our platoons do.
Yeah, they do.
So you mean to tell me, for once in your fucking life, talking about the British adaptation of things, y'all actually suck at something?
Yeah,
Oh,
we hit a roundabout, i.e., a PVE base, a depot. You know, you arrive at 5 o'clock. You go all the way around the top until you get to 7 o'clock, and then you carry on to the left.
Yeah, but if you take the roundabout, you get to see it a little bit more.
Yeah, well, you know what, poor me. Do you have any Grey Poupon? Who, for once, he finally said something. He finally said the British suck at something. Any other time, they're
But they
superior
have
crazy.
adopted it, and your tune takes 3 times longer to get anywhere for that reason, and that reason alone. It
Yeah, we can
hugs.
blame it on the
It
British.
goes. The route it takes is the closest route to your base.
Hey, remember
it's
the
not a
old days?
straight
We used to travel to the opposite side of the map and have a tune sitting over there. And and then somebody on the left side of the map would hit. All we had to do was click to the right, or click on that that star or whatever, and it would go right through the wall and appear on the other side. Everybody remember that glitch?
yeah.
Going
Yeah.
through the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I can't wait for my response to this question. But I'll let you guys answer first.
Well, here's my question. Map tune travel time's bad enough. Now we have bad English driving and slow tunes. Do you think Kickstarter needs to address this overall everything?
It is a big issue. I mean, it's going back to the old days. You know, you had your mega tanks, and it took 20 minutes to get across the map, and you had to stop halfway because you ran out of fuel.
Well, how
Now
about? Well,
it's
how
getting as
about?
bad.
Well, how about? And this is before my time playing, and I've dealt with. I was born into a clan of the OGs that came into this game when it first came into conception, where you actually had to move across the map 10 hexes at a time.
Fuck that. I quit.
Okay, well-
In the original conception of this game, you literally had to move across the map 10 hexes at a time.
Oh,
That
Lord.
came in after the original, and then they put it back to the old way. And then they took that away, and they gave us a better route, and they gave us hookers, and you could see the route that your platoon was taking by the blue arrows. They took that away from us.
Yeah,
I mean,
hate that.
admittedly, yes, it's probably going to stop lag and stuff like that by taking it away. But the route that they take now, it is fucking
Fuck.
stupid.
Yep.
I literally watched a tune of mine the other day. It went a little, I was trying to kind of go southeast, but it kind of went a little north for no reason. Then it dropped back down. Then it went kind of straight. Then it went kind of low. It's like, why can't I just go diagonally down? I'm going to have obstacles in the way, but why can't I keep a fluid direction to it? No, I had to go up to go down to go over to go down. It's like, why? I'm not a heart rate. It shouldn't be a heart rate to get across the map.
Well, I think
That's what it literally. It looks like a heart rate to get across the map.
But the complaints that I think I was hearing was dealing with the speed of the platoon. So I'd like to hear
Oh,
what
yeah.
Champ has to say about this subject.
The suggestion I made in Discord, I was being sarcastic. And it has to do with like politics, guys. So sorry. But like the Green New Deal, they want to build high-speed rails across the oceans. And shit. So why not propose a high-speed rail fucking up across the fucking map?
This is Zoom.
Well,
There
you know,
there you go.
we got an idea there. Yep, we got an idea there. It's like, all right, it's going to take you 6 minutes to get your tune there, but you can be there for 2 gold right now. Yeah.
Or
Oh,
whatever,
wait, there's
what-
more.
whatever amount of metals you have to spend on that op, whatever, the Green New Deal op.
We gotta do something. I'll tell you what.
Fuck green energy.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The get from my base to a target yesterday with hookers on was 8 minutes.
And
Yeah.
I remember I was there.
minutes. I went out, got a drink, took a piss, washed my hands, went back to the kitchen, got a snack, come back. I still had a minute and a half.
So what was the average?
Yeah,
Heavy?
it-
Was that your heavy? What was the average speed of the unit that was in it?
I mean, all our hookers are, they're causing global warming within the game, So we got to do something about this air pollution here. So we,
All right, so the average speed of the tune that I was using was 2.2, 1.3, 3, 3.0, 5.0, 4.5, 6.0, and 5.0. So there was a couple slowers in there, but Jesus Christ.
Okay, I
Jim?
noticed something the other day I was going to ask about and find out if it was just me or not.
Go ahead, ask.
You're sitting there and say, okay, I want to bring this platoon over here to this base, whatever it be, PvP, PvE, it don't matter. And you're sitting here looking and it tells you 2 minutes. But when you choose that platoon, and then you
now gain another half a minute to a minute.
Yeah.
I had
Double,
one game
yeah.
at almost 2 minutes compared to the time it told me it would get there.
Yep, that's been a problem.
It's been a problem for a hot minute, honey.
Yep.
Well, you know me, I come and go because life's a pain in the ass. But yeah, I just got to noticing that really bad the other day. The just big differences in time it tells me it's going to take to the
Well,
actual.
you know what it is? It's the English driving system that Nutcracker brought
Okay,
up.
we get to
If it took the direct route, if the GPS took you the direct route, it would be a minute and a half.
But we're
besides-
talking.
But we're going to take these roundabouts. It's going to add another, 10 minutes.
Exactly. That is exactly what's going on.
We've always said that English don't drive right, and thank you, Nutcracker. You have now confirmed that you guys do not fucking drive right.
No, we drive on the left.
No, Jesus, here we go again now.
No, you
Well, I
drive
got to
wrong.
put something in the disc. I got to put something about the disclaimer. We have nothing against the British people. I just want you to know that.
Lying bastards.
I have something against one
Alters.
in particular leprechaun, but it doesn't mean I have anything wrong with the rest of the leprechauns.
You stole our country.
That's all right. We stole it from
piss
somebody
off,
else too.
Nicole. I'm going to end up on the M1 when I go to the UK in April. And for all of you Brits, y'all know what the M1 is. My ass will be sitting there with my thumb out. Pick me up, please.
That's
All right,
illegal.
so let's move on to. We're talking about a lot of different things. We're having a little fun and it's very relaxing, and that's the way it's supposed to be here.
It's your birthday. We're supposed to be getting drunk right now, but you got to go and have a fucking dinner because you're so precious. God.
Happy birthday to Roy.
Actually, it's a celebration dinner, so. But
Precious Roy.
all right, so here's a question I did want to bring up before I got rudely interrupted again, Nicole.
I don't care, Roy.
Yeah.
It's an old Roy.
All right. Oh damn! I'm knocking shit over here. So we got this game we all love and we are very passionate on. And somebody brought up the other day the only reason we're still here is friends, and it's true. Let's be honest. I mean, the friends every night hanging out, playing music, is one of the main reasons we log in. But we do have passion for this game, and we know
Yeah,
that.
that's a big part of it. Yeah.
So here's my question: every time that Kickside does these little adjustments, do you feel they're hurting your game, our game? Do you feel that it's kind of a slap in the face, or are you guys just rolling off the shoulders?
Well, it's kind of like PMS, really. It's just it comes and goes, and it's kind of regular. It's you can expect it. You can see the how many people get disgruntled. All right, that's it. If you change this, and then I'm done with the game. We see that all the time, and if you've been here for any length of time, you kind of just go. It's this constant rolling of the eyes, But I can tell you that it has, like, some of the things that I really looked forward to that was not in the game of PvP, or the realm of PvP, was for at least getting the medals, because the medals allowed you to buy things out of the gear store that you really needed, or the last chance, or those kind of things, and to just blatantly make these challenge bases so OP for the mid-level player really did put kind of a hurting on my gameplay. But I mean, I've learned ways around it. It just means I have to do more instead of the same amount that I was doing before. So yeah, I'm having to invest more time into it. So yeah, I do. I think that some of the changes that they make really do affect how I feel about playing sometimes. So there you go.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'll put this in.
Size tweaks and things affected gameplay, right? That's the question.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, definitely. You'd be a silly person to think that they haven't. I mean, the pink bubbles, yes, it's affected gameplay.
Oh, fuck those pink bubbles.
Good grief.
I mean, that is probably the worst thing they've ever done, is a pink bubble.
I mean, has that affected gameplay? Definitely has affected gameplay. With the pink bubbles, I mean, anything they've done lately, the minor tweaks, even before the pink bubbles came to affect, the 10 minutes that a person's base was wide open and it could be gangbanged. I absolutely love that feature, and I will have to say
all PvP players did.
A vast majority, the PvP players love that feature, but it did affect gameplay. Then, because people who didn't love it, that actually have no real voice about it, got to weigh in on it and affect the PvP gameplay. Now we have these pink bubbles that are really affecting gameplay, because Kixeye, the other week when you try to put the Warpath into play and the servers bit the shit and you couldn't.
Well, that wasn't their fault, to be honest.
No. Let me finish. Since then, the pink bubble, as described by Kixeye itself, only comes into play if you achieve 50% or higher damage on the base. So 1 star or more damage on the base. Now it's really come and has affected gameplay, because if you deploy a unit and do fuck all in it,
you don't even have to deploy. I tested this.
Yes, you don't even have to deploy
anything. You just
hit a base. You hit a base and you get disconnected, because I don't know if anybody realizes, but for some odd reason, you actually do get disconnected for no apparent reason whatsoever. You come back in, you've hit your time has ran out. Now you've got 10 minutes. That has affected gameplay. You have got to go in and fix that coding. The pink bubbles are popping up on bases for no reason. You've got to address that. So yeah, the changes they are making to the game are affecting gameplay.
All right, so that's one aspect. All right, anybody else?
Well, the problem,
of course, they're affecting gameplay.
The reason I'm bringing this up, and I'm going to be honest with you, is because literally I've been watching a lot of good friends play this game, and they get DC'd, and they tolerate that. They're tolerating the DCs, but when they can't play the game like it's supposed to, like the description of it is, when we're supposed to be able to hit a base and hold it and drive up with our heavy release and kick the guy's ass, and we can't do that. We got to sit there. I got to touch him for 10 minutes, and the guy jumps away, and you're like, this is bullshit. This is not how it was described. This is how it wasn't. This wasn't this way just a week ago. It wasn't meant to be this way, but it is this way now.
Well, it seems there's more changes on the way. It seems to me that they recognize that you guys read the diary just like I did, and they recognize that they feel like they're punishing PvP players, especially.
Oh, they're punishing us. I feel like
Expect more changes.
Hang on, they're on about bringing PvP for a PvE event.
Yeah, now that's the last subject of the night. We already have that technically. What do you think Warpath is? It is.
Yeah, we have a PvP
event. Warpath is a PvP event. We already have that. So now what another event they're going to bring us?
It gives everybody a breathing space. It gives all the sector admins a breathing space. It gives all the clan admins a breathing space to relax for a week, do the events, help your fellow clan members, and enjoy yourself for a week, and then get back to PvP. Yeah. Don't give us PvP during the event.
PvE.
Oh God, no.
Might as well leave jump open, right?
I know.
Well, they did that once, and that went tits up.
Oh yeah. Oh boy, that was nasty. The comments that were being put out in forums at the time, that was bad. That was bad.
People were absolutely fuming over it.
Well, we're talking about things that came up on that Bernie's podcast is briefing. I mean, he said that they really want to start to listen to the community. So Roy, I'm giving you that to use as something to talk about. Because I watched it, so
we actually talked about this. The problem is, like we said earlier, it is the fact of the matter. They're trying to listen to the community, but they don't have our terms do not match each other. So when we say Ring of Fire, they understand that. But when we say 69, they think it's something totally fucking different. So our terms aren't matching. They're combating something that we don't give a fuck about.
Back to the English language.
Yeah, basically, Cracker, I'm sending you to California. Fix their English.
It is simply that. It's English language. Look, you guys spell things differently. I get that. The proper way of spelling something is not the way you spell it. That's fine. I get that.
And enunciation and pronunciation are different.
Around the world that play this game, most of them understand the English language. Look, I said English are lazy because they don't learn foreign languages. And somebody said to me, you're not lazy because you don't have to, because everybody else learns English. Now, apply this to your communication with the community and speak English, not just bloody American. And that's not offensive, by the way. That's just
I get
meaning. They need to speak proper English and explain in English, because majority of the world will understand it. That's half their bloody problem. So I'm going over to the States. I'm going to shack up at Nicole's backyard for the time being till I get a job at Kickseye. And then I can teach them how to fucking spell in English. And then I'll get my own flat.
Well, I'll tell you what. I can't spell. I know this. I acknowledge this. When I do posts, I have to triple or quadruple.
It's not so much spelling, Roy.
But when I see some of Bernie's posts, and I'm watching everybody pick them apart because they literally have so many mistakes. It's like, dude, I know I have to go through Google and check shit. Every time he did some of that.
It's not about the spelling. It's about what words they use in the right context. And they're using the wrong fucking words.
Like I said, with everything, and we all spoke about it from the Situation Room show on Thursday till now. We've mentioned it on the Battle Vortex show, and I'll say it here. You cannot nip a situation in the butt if you can't define it correctly.
Exactly.
It has nothing to do with proper grammatical English or anything like that. If you cannot properly define something, you cannot properly address it and get rid of it.
But for the majority to understand, they need to use a basic English language rather than their own. Then everybody will get it and understand it.
Right now, we're speaking two different languages. Kickside's got theirs, we got ours. It's not working. It's kind of hurting the game. And that's where we stand. I wish Kickside had time with us. You know what? They have
my whole thing is, man. I'm beating a dead horse here. Quit fucking with the PvP, man. Don't fucking do anything with it. It's fine.
Here's the question to everybody.
Fine the way it is.
If a Kickside member like Storm Chaser or Bernie said, "Hey, can I come in your Discord and hang with you guys for a night, a couple nights, and see what you guys are talking about? I don't want to talk. I just want to listen to what you guys are talking about, see what you guys are doing, so I can understand what the hell you're doing." Would you guys let him in? I would.
Yeah.
I mean, Nutcracker, what about you? You got your own Discord. Would you?
Yeah, I'd let him in. I'd let him in, no problem at all.
I mean, I don't think there's anybody that wouldn't.
No, of course you would, because it would help.
And what we're talking about.
You don't have to communicate with them or talk to them. They can just watch what goes on.
That's it. That would be awesome, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's a bloody good idea, in fact. And I'll bet there's loads of people out there with a Discord for their own clans.
Oh, agreed. And you know what?
There's a load that haven't got them, and they're so far behind the times, it's unreal.
You know, they could go out there with a level 2 base, sit there and watch what we're doing, listen to us in Discord, and understand what the hell we're doing. I think it would help the game. There's
a new video out to do. This is the same principle of what I'm talking about. There's a new video out to do the bases today.
The boss bases.
Yeah, the boss bases. And somebody said to me, "How come the Nova doesn't attack the escort?" And I explained to him in English why, and he went, "Fuck me! I wish somebody told me that." Because it wasn't explained to him in English, in basic words. Use basic fucking words.
Speak layman, man.
Yeah.
I use basic words when I send a ticket. And 9 times out of 10, all good. Because I use just basic words that everybody can understand. So whoever's answering it, no matter where in the world they are, they will understand it.
Okay.
And that's a perfect example today. Why won't the Nova hit the escort? Because it can't get at it. Because it's inside the aura. Simple.
Right. Last question of the night, then we're going to get out of here. Well, you guys are all playing this game. I want, not all at once. I can only see this going to blow up my head. When you're playing this game, and you're playing with all your friends, and you get into their hangouts, your Discord, your whatever, and you're literally playing this game, and something happens. You know, you get on, you log in, the first thing you see is Kickside changed something without telling us. Do you think, that should be addressed? Because the communication sometimes is very lacking. Now, wait a minute. They say they're listening to us. Should this be something that should be addressed? Because I consider that a problem with communication once again.
I thought it was being addressed and we were getting the communication, but it seems to be drifting off again.
Okay, so I'm not the only one who says it's drifting off. What about you, Champ?
Champ?
Yep.
For president.
Mr. President.
Yes, what about yourself? Do you think that the communication is drifting off?
I think the communication is drifting a bit. There's other issues too, but yeah, I think that the communication is whether they're wanting to listen to us, or maybe the wheels turn slowly in the business into this, or whatnot, to make changes on things that they're hearing. Maybe they need some kind of focus group or something, just to make sure that they're not moving the entire boulder in that direction, and then turn around and have to stop that all that weight and push it back the other direction when it turns out to be just a momentary, or just a few that got really loud. So maybe the wheels are turning. We just have to be patient. I don't know, but yeah, it does appear that there is a disconnect growing again.
Hydra, what about you? What do you think?
Same as DBS.
Same as Devious. Okay. Sonia?
Yeah, it's kind of like you said, they'll get on a good run of it and just kind of like, okay, we've satisfied them for a little while, or they get distracted onto something else and they forget that they've got to keep communicating.
Okay. Cobra, what do you think now that I finally can actually ask a question?
What is the question?
A little bit.
What was that, Cobra?
It's drifting. You have to get on and ask somebody, did they know it? Then, we need a better update of what's happening.
Yeah. The question is, Champ, do you feel that the communication's drifting again because they're literally like changing pace is not telling us, or changing how PvP works without telling us the details? Do you feel communication is drifting, or is this just becoming a standard thing again?
I don't know, man. I've tried, myself. I've kind of given up on communicating with the Kickside. Me
Wow.
personally, as a player. So I guess it has since over the past year, because they're not listening, and like all the players, they're they are listening. They do hear players' complaints, but I don't know whether they're listening to, like, as we call them, the Skittles kids, or not. The players in Discord with the pretty colors. But yeah, it's kind of sliding. I think a little bit.
Queen, what about you? What do you think?
What do I think?
That laugh.
Yeah, Kickside slacking big time.
Okay.
And let me get into this one. A year ago, almost, we got brought in this CM Bernie, Bunny, whatever the hell everybody wants to call him. And he was really in tune. He was really in touch. He was really excited. He was really aggressive on being involved. And we as a community all told him straight up, welcome to your mental breakdown. Welcome to insanity. We are an aggressive community. We hold nothing back. And he came in open armed, ready, and embraced it. And he was doing freaking awesome. Then we got rid of Wrong Thinker. Good riddance, goodbye. Adios, das vidania. And we got Storm Chaser. And he, the same, came in open arms, wild and crazy, ready to do right by the community. And again, we said to him, we are wild and crazy and very aggressive. We're not your average groupies. And he came to find out real quick, being the lead dev, just how aggressive and wild and crazy we are. And they were doing awesome by us. Something we hadn't had in 7 years, almost 8 years. They were finally giving it to us. But the thing is, they went whole hog. Instead of taking the sips on the Kool-Aid they should have been taking sips of, they drank the whole gallon at one time and got burnt out. Don't give everybody everything at one time. Give it to them in increments. But they didn't do that. And they gave it to us in the whole form of it. And we got wowed and bedazzled and spoiled to the point that when they didn't give it to us, we said, what the fuck? And we bitched and we moaned and we complained. And guess what? Their solution to it was a punishment. We're not doing it anymore. Well, guys, you shouldn't drink the whole gallon of Kool-Aid at one time and just taking sips. And now we're being punished because you went in head first instead of going in toe first. And the communication has changed. And it's unfortunate. And it doesn't help the fact that KIXEYE believes in running their company on a skeleton crew, and they do cutbacks, and they are sending out various people to cover 3 games at one time. It's not easy, and it's not fair to them, nor is it fair to their players that they're trying to provide a game to.
Customers.
Oh, well, yeah, customers. I should say customers, because we pay $50 for support, but which is another no. I don't give a fuck if you don't agree with what one of your players are doing. If they've paid money to get your support, you can ban them from every other aspect of this game. But if their base is still on the map and they're a paying customer, you give them customer service support. You don't have to give them any other aspect of the game.
Nope.
But as long as they're on the map, you give them customer support.
It's the fucking law.
There's no law. Trust me on that.
There is here. There is here.
All right. Let's go to.
Sorry, I'm sorry. That's my perspective of it.
Nutcracker, is communication fading from this from KIXEYE?
Totally. It's totally failing. It was awesome. It got better. Got a lot better. We could talk personally to them. You go into a PM with them on Discord, or DM as they call it on there. Actually talk to them, put your view across, get a reply. Brilliant. Every time they did a change, they let us know about it in advance. We gave our opinion on it. We had surveys on it. Awesome. But now they're not doing none of that. They're just doing it and saying, fuck you, we'll do this anyway. Who are they asking, for fuck's sake?
Skittle Kids.
No,
And
they're not even
probably-
asking them.
They're
not even asking them. They're just doing it. Skittle Kids mean fucking nothing. They don't do focus groups anymore. They have not done focus groups since last September.
Yeah, last September. You're exactly right. Right after the CC15 rollout, or 14 rollout.
The fact that they are listening to PvE players. There are 3 types of players in this game. They need to listen to all 3. That's the mistake they're making. They're only listening to one group. They need to listen to all groups. And that's all that needs to be said on that, really.
Then it comes to me.
Yes, pray do tell.
In my opinion, they have not only stopped talking to the community, they've stopped talking to basically each other, it seems like, because they can't communicate. You got one representative of customer service that has to literally message another in a totally different building, a lead developer. The lead developer has to message them, hey, this is what's going on. And then when he doesn't get the, when I was talking to the Storm turned around and goes, I'll have to email him and find out about this. Wait a minute, you're the lead developer and you're telling me you've got to email customer service to find out about this?
You know what I think of when I think things should be done at KIXEYE? You've seen like movies with Wall Street where there's a person running with a piece of paper trying to get a bid in before the bell gets rung. That's what I think they should be doing. Somebody should be running across the building with a piece of paper going, wait, let me get this in before you ring the bell.
With all the type, now back to what I was saying, with all the types of technology we have, and we have a lot of technology, why the hell are they not communicating better? At least in their own company.
Well, whether they communicate in their company or not is not our problem.
No.
Our problem is they're not communicating with us. That's their problem.
Well, if the right hand doesn't know what the left hand's doing,
who cares? It's nothing to do with us.
Yeah, but it actually
does. Them communicating with us.
Yes,
but it does. But if they're not communicating with each other and making shit right, we're not going to get communicated with.
Yeah, exactly.
So it does kind of go hand in hand.
About it? What are we going to do about it? Okay, we'll buy the company and we'll sort that out. No, of course we fucking won't. So that's a pointless argument.
No, what we're asking is for them to communicate better with us. They need to communicate better with each other.
They at least customer service needs to know if they're making a change to a PvP tune that might cause PvP errors. They need to know about that, but they're not even sending them, hey, a memo, heads up, we need to be looking for this. We're messing with this. Please be aware this might be a problem. And then if the customer service
the way Kixeye runs a company is up to them. That's not our fucking problem. Our fucking problem is they don't communicate with us.
They're not communicating with anyone, is my point.
Roy, correct me if I'm wrong. Did we not have a conversation with Storm Chaser one time where it went, hey, Storm, here's an idea. And he goes, I can't. My hands are tied. That's marketing. I have to send them an email. They're in a totally different building.
Bingo. And on top of it, Storm ended up waiting 4 days before they responded to him. So if their communication is this poor, okay,
within themselves,
how are we as a player, as a customer, supposed to get proper communication to us?
That's why we've got a CM.
And that CM does not answer and talk to everybody.
And you know what? The CM has also said himself, and I've seen it in Discord before I was banned. I can't do anything. That's marketing. Let me get what you have to say, and I will present it to them.
Yep.
Hey, that's the way the company works. As I said, give a fuck about the company. I care about what they tell us.
The problem is they're not getting the information to give to us. So the time they're wasting their time looking that information up, they could have been handling something else, but it doesn't work. Their communication all around sucks. It sucks in their office.
Well, they don't hang on the back of a fucking door waiting for it to come back. They're on with somebody else.
Oh, I got a funny feeling they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing because they're trying to put out like 20 fires that they've made. They're waiting for communication and clarification what they can and cannot do. And that's causing these issues. It's causing the communication failures. If they don't hear for a couple days from marketing, that means that there's a couple days that we don't hear about it for sure why things are not going right.
It's a ripple effect.
Look, I'm not disagreeing with you. I totally agree with you. It should be better all round. But from a customer point of view, we're only concerned with what we get from Kixeye or the War Commander team.
Well, as a true customer, you should care about what you're purchasing. And if what you're purchasing isn't getting done right for you to want to purchase it more, you need to worry about who you're purchasing it from.
Yeah. All right, guys. I think we're beat up, tired. Looking to have some fun. Let's do a shout out to get the hell out of here. Let's start with the Devious, where we can.
There was still one more subject I kind of wanted to touch on here. It's not going to take long. It's just that, it seems to me I listen to the community a lot. I think that's the reason why we do this show. So one of the things that's been coming up a lot lately is the hacking of KIXEYE accounts, and I'm
Jesus,
so I'm curious. I'm curious what everybody thinks out there. It seems like what the words that's being brought up a lot nowadays. People are starting to want the two-factor authentication, like you got with Discord or Facebook and whatnot. So I'm curious what it takes to actually implement something. Does it really cost anything? And is it difficult, or do you even think that it's necessary?
it's necessary, but we've been saying that forever.
All right. So can anybody answer those questions?
Accounts don't get hacked on Facebook.
No.
Accounts get hacked on KIXEYE.
Yep.
Exactly.
We've been asking for this for years.
Agreed.
For the amount of money that players put into this game, it should be in place.
Well, here
So
I want
it's falling on deaf ears.
Before you finish this, let me explain to you what I witnessed last night, and I witnessed this. A bunch of players or people that were talking in the War Commander Discord in the general changed their names to include we want things like we want two-factor authentication, blah blah blah, and they were all sticking together, on this. All their names got reset back to the original by the mods. So obviously it did not matter. I mean, I can keep my name Devious. They didn't make me change my name back to
Now,
my
was
real
this
name.
in game or in Discord?
That was in the Discord, in the War Commander Discord. Now, so is there some sort of stink? Yeah, is there some sort of stink that's being attached to this desire for two-factor authentication? I just don't understand why it's so difficult to employ that, or why you would not want that if it's more security for your game. I mean, is it really going to lag the game that much just to log into your account and then a message gets sent to your cell phone asking you for a code? You put the code in, it lets you in, and then you're good. You can play. What's the reason why the community is wanting this and they're not budging on it?
Well, here's the kicker. You know how if you play from Facebook, you go onto Facebook and then you click onto War Commander.
Mm-hmm.
You then go into a server.
Right.
If you go into KIXEYE, you just log into KIXEYE. You're not even playing the game.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm asking why they won't employ it. We know it works.
But we're talking about lag here. So you go into KIXEYE, you just get onto your account via KIXEYE. It's just your information. And then you go into the game. Now you're actually into the gaming server. There should be no reason that implementing a security measure on the game from KIXEYE side should cause any lag, because from one screen to another screen are actually two totally different servers.
All right, so it's not creating more lag.
It's not going to it shouldn't create another lag.
All right, so let's go to the cost.
There is a cost involved.
That's where the problem is.
But for the amount of money that's put into this company, it should be implemented. We've been asking it for years.
So is this an extra task there? All right, let's go to the workforce. Is this an extra task that needs to be handled 24/7 by a dedicated employee?
Once it's set up, nobody needs to be employed with it.
All right. So what is everybody here seems to be really, really in tune with the game and the needs of the community and stuff like that. So what exactly do you feel is causing them not to employ an extra security, especially if their accounts are seriously targeted?
Cost.
It's money. It's cost.
It's cost.
It's down to cost.
It's the plain cost. They don't want to spend the money.
Right now, their niche of their expenditure right now, the core of their expenditure right now, yeah, we have the development stuff, but the core costs of them for them right now is moving from Flash to HTML5.
And they are having
they're not having problems. It's going to happen.
It's just a lengthy process. It was mentioned in Bernie's briefing that yes, in 2020, yes, Flash will be ending as far as being
getting unsupported.
Getting it supported. Nothing's going to support Flash anymore. So they're trying to get there. It's a very committed process, and it's not a easy process. That was in the briefing, and I'm just giving it to you the way it was explained because I don't know.
It's their capex, in other words, capital expenditures.
That's
That's
right.
actually gave me a thought. The fact that they're changing over to HTML5 is probably why we haven't got it yet. So once we get to HTML5, it might be because we will be settled on that and we won't be moving. They might be able to implement the two-factor.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to say something, and I said it on my show, and I will say it here. I don't give a fuck whose feelings are hurt and whose spot gets blown up when they realize it.
My feelings are already hurt.
I'm sorry.
I'm already doubling up.
As of lately, everybody who's been playing War Commander has seen a high amount of bans, and it comes out that their account's been compromised. In the briefing, even Kicks, I said there's been a high volume of compromised accounts. Well, let me give you a little tidbit. These accounts are not that are getting reported as compromised and are being banned as compromised are not actually compromised. These are players manipulating the system, duping the system, and pulling the wool over Kixeye's eyes. They
Facebook
are getting Kixeye's eyes. They are getting on each other's accounts or doing it themselves from their own accounts, and they are deleting their units and putting machine guns on their turrets and then reporting their accounts as compromised, that they've been hacked. Kixeye will then turn around, okay, we'll ban your account for XYZ until you get it sorted. Normally, a true compromised account doesn't show back up within 16 to 18 hours of it being initially announced or presented as compromised. It takes a little bit of time, but as of lately, within the 16 to 18 hours, these accounts are popping right back up on the map after they have been stated as a compromised account. What they're doing is they're going in themselves, deleting all their units, resetting their bases to the lowest form of it possibly being reset, or they're having a friend log in just to change up the IP address if they so choose to do an IP trace and resetting it. They turn around, it gets proven, oh yeah, it was compromised, and Kixeye rebuilds their units for them, resets their base back to the initial setup, and they do, for their inconvenience, give them gold.
Look, I don't know if this is fact. I don't have any proof.
Oh, it's fact.
Wait a minute. I haven't seen any. Okay? I haven't seen screenshots or so on.
But you won't see it.
And that's probably not. That's probably the truth. I probably
It's
won't.
all done incognito. You won't see it. But it's been happening a lot. And another thing that's been happening is people have been going to Facebook and saying, oh, I've been hacked, blah, blah, blah. I want all my money back.
Right, help you wrap the show up quick. Man.
I'm trying.
I need a beer, man.
They're banned. But they got all their money
Hello,
back.
Debo, by the way.
I was about to say, how long is it going to take somebody to realize I showed up?
Oh,
hey, holy shit, Debo, Dad, there's a monkey on the screen.
What's up, Debo, man? How you doing, man?
I'm great, man. How's everybody doing?
Just fine.
Good, man.
I really do want to wrap this show up, but I want to address two things before we wrap up, and they're nothing to discuss. One of them is about this. Like I said, I don't have facts. I haven't seen screenshots or messages or none of that. I guess I've seen the increased bans. Yes, I've seen the accounts come right back after a couple days. One of them wasn't even a day. Yes, some of these accounts I've seen were in question for hacking for a long time previous. So I don't, like I said, I don't know if it's true, false, or other. I don't have any of that proof. So I won't say that that's what I think it is about it on my show. My personal opinion, I will keep to my personal self. And another thing I want to bring up is the fact that we still have good players out there, good people out there on both sides of alliances and whatnot, such as Debo and I. We fall on opposite sides right now. We still have fun. And that is one of the things I keep saying on every show, is that the game is supposed to be fun. And if you have to get into the politics and the drama like we do, that's one thing. But getting into this personal hatred and thinking it bothers me, I let that shit go a long time ago. When it bothers my friends, okay, I might address it for a little while. But I'm done addressing it. We're all moving on. We're all grown adults. If you try attacking me on a pixelated game,
game is still fun, man, and we're having fun. We're all having fun here, man.
Agreed.
So, final say, Devo, put your last word in.
yeah.
You've been here long.
We're having fun.
I can only go with there's no I in team, but there is a U in cunt. So don't be a little whiny cunt out there. Everybody enjoy the game. Have fun. Enjoy yourselves. Don't be getting personal, man. It's just a game. Be like me. There's like 4 people on this panel right now that smash my base at least once a week. 0 fucks given.
Honestly, Debo, you are not the enemy, but the guy that every person should aspire to be. You take your hits, you laugh, you compliment, and you move forward. You don't sit there, you don't take it personal. You just sit there and you actually play the game for what it's played for. You don't go into a whole what the fuck not. You are a true war commander.
Yeah, I mean, it's a game. That's what it's here for. It's here for fun. This game isn't here for me to hate you personally and talk about your family and this, that, and the other. No, this game's supposed to be fun. I use this game as a release. I got 3 Rugrats that fucking terrorize my life at home every day.
You're a cop out there every day putting your life on the line.
My job sucks, so yeah. I mean, it's like this is just fun for me. I don't care. I don't think ill of anybody in this game. There hasn't been anybody who really is. I mean, I've been verbally attacked by people, and I just don't go near them. Whatever. If they want to be dicks, so what? But I mean, for the most part, this game's just supposed to be fun, man. That's all I care about.
Smile and laugh and go on.
Yep.
Debo, let me get your opinion on the Lancers, man. I gotta hear.
I'm enjoying them. I'm messing around with them a little bit. I've been working a lot of hours, so if you haven't noticed, I haven't been around too much. I get on when I can, but as much as I've been messing with them, I like them. I got, I threw a couple in my base, so next time Roy comes by, maybe a little slow them down a little bit. But no, I mean,
but you got to watch out for the Irish Psycho.
Yeah, he did get me the other day. He actually, what was it? Yesterday, he got me. Got me and everybody else. Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, like I said, it's fun. I actually just changed my base. I'm anticipating my next trip.
I was waiting for the change.
So I'm open. Come on over.
But you are a true war commander.
I'm not going there, man. Come on now.
Every time I jump over there with Champ's like, I'm not gonna hit Debo. I'm already on my way, Champ. Don't worry about it.
I was like, I know, man, but I just can't do it. I just can't do it. You can do what you want, but I just can't do it. And Roy's like, yep, that's okay. I can.
I'm on my way because I know Debo's not going to take it personal. Anytime Debo wants to come and give my base a shot, I'll let him in. I won't even. I'll just open the door.
I know Debo's not going to take it personal. I just don't want to hit him because I don't hold my shit, man.
Oh, it's like Jack. Jack was like, the first time you guys came over and tapped my base a little bit, I was talking to Jack on a personal message. He's like, I told him not to. I'm like, dude, I wish I had the time because I would smash every single one of them motherfuckers.
There you go.
I've taken out full sectors by myself before. I don't really care. I don't have the time, and it sucks. I want to fight so bad, and I want to play so much more than I am, and it's just I just don't have the time right now. I'm hoping sooner or later it will.
The way you carry yourself, I wish everybody could take a page out of your playbook.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, Debo, you are truly great fucking dude, man.
There's like 5 or 6 players I really truly respect. You are
Anton Airlines is like that.
Anton's the other one. There's a couple others that I don't have the permission to name the names, so I won't. But I know Anton won't care because we've talked about it. He's a class act in general. Debo, the first time I went to your base and Chip's like, oh, he ain't gonna take it personal. I'm like, okay, good, because I'm not here. It's nothing personal. It's the clan he's rolling with. Why I'm gonna whack him.
Location.
That's all it was at the time. So now it's just okay. What I go there, and the God's honest truth is I roll up, and I'm expecting changes. I'm expecting adjustments. So when I go into your base, I'm waiting to see what the hell you've done. That's what it is.
Expect more Lancers, I guess.
Yeah, right? I guess I'm going to have to really pay attention now.
No, I will have to say, Roy will say, it's like, you know what I like about Debo? His base is a challenge. He makes me think.
It's never a free ride in that damn base.
Well, like I said, the change is on, so come on over. I'm ready for you.
It is
can you speak in chat, Debo, so I can go and have a look?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's wrap this show up because it is it's well past one time I'm supposed to be already meet friends for dinner. So, yeah, what else is new? All right, so let's go down the panel, give our shout outs, and remember, this is going to be, fun. So let's let Devious let this rip first.
Well, thanks for the special visit there, Debo, and thanks to each and every single one of you on the panel today. Everybody's opinion matters, and everybody just stop taking things personal out in the community. Try and make the game better. Try and make the community better. Make some friends at least. It's a very social game. And thank you to YouTube, everybody showing up and being active in the chat. Thanks to you, Roy.
Okay, Hydra.
Shout out to you, Roy. Shout out to people for coming on.
Hydra, your mic is almost gone, and I don't think the YouTube can really hear you.
There we go.
All right, go for it.
All right, shout out to you, Roy. Shout out to YouTube. Shout out to Debo for coming on, and shout out to my girl that's watching. Next.
Sonia.
Of course. I always go after Hydra. Shout out to YouTube. Roy, as always, for having the show. Thanks for putting up with my frequent absences. It's always fun, especially when I can get in game like today. Yeah, next.
Champ.
I want to say shout out to the little bird on my back porch.
Shut the fuck up.
It was like snooping around my ashtray and shit. But shout out to you guys on the panel, and big shout out to you, Debo. Thanks for joining, man. I love you, guy, man. I really do appreciate you as a player and a as a person. So, and shout out to YouTube guys. You guys, thanks for your views and all that and whatever. Take it easy, guys, man. Fucking we still love the game as much as we complain about it and make our suggestions and all that. Whatever, man. We're still playing this fucking game, so obviously we still love the game. So
love to hate, hate to love.
Yeah.
Name him on page.
Cobra. All right. Debo.
I got nothing. Shout out to all you guys. Appreciate the invite. And just play the game for the game, man. Have fun.
That's it. Killer Queen.
Shout out to everybody here on the panel. I love you all. Shout out to YouTube. Thanks for showing up. It's always great to see different faces in different places. Mike Merlin, I don't know who you are, but you're pretty awesome. Debo, thanks for showing up. I've always thought very highly of you, not based on just Champ's opinion of you, but based on how I see you carry yourself when we are visiting your sector. You're quite the fella. We've got the event coming up this week. I wish you all the best of luck. Get what you need, then get what you want. Store up your Thor. It is a 3-faction event, 3 heroes. We got the Tony, who is the Bishop Sentinel. We've got the Malcolm, who is the Survivor Sharpshooter, and we've got Andrew, who is the Corpus Phalanx Heroes. So pick your poison, pick your passion on who you think you should get first. And again, I wish you all the best of luck with it. May you get what you need than what you want again. And we will see you around. And BT Dubs, happy birthday, Roy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Like-
Happy birthday, man. I forgot about that shit.
I like
man.
how she
Sorry
said
about
visiting your sector.
Nutcracker.
Well,
Shout out.
well, I'm not going to say I love you all because I'm not gay. Hang on, my boyfriend's gay, but he'll say he loves you all.
You just love his steak.
Shout out to everybody on YouTube. Thanks for coming. You bunch of fuckers. Love you all. Enough said.
All right. So it comes to me. We'll be here 12:30 p.m. Thursday for Kilroy's Shit, which will be the live event.
Oh my God, it's 9:30 in the morning for me. Fuck.
Oh God.
I'll be at
I'm
work.
up overnight, so that's going to be even more painful. Thanks a lot.
6 p.m. for me.
Jesus. That means you need to be the awake one. At least keep poking me to make sure I stay awake, because you know that's going to be tough.
I don't think you want him to poke you with what he might poke you with.
Oh, well, that's right. He's got a boyfriend now. He just said so. Oh shit. So we'll be here 12:30 on Thursday. We'll be killing some shit, killing my shit, killing Kickside shit. Who knows? All of the above. We'll see you then. Thanks for everybody coming out. Thanks for all the birthday wishes. And once again, guys, I said this every week for the last 3 weeks. It's a game. Play it with friends.
Happy birthday, Roy.
Thank you, Jim.
Birthday
Fucking
to
jerk
you.
I'll start picking
Happy
people.
birthday to you.
Hear that?
Happy birthday, dear Roy. Happy birthday to
This is what I
you.
remember. All right, guys. Once again, remember it's a game. This is the friends that we need to have around. If you're butthurt over a game, then you really do need to get a life. We're out of here. Be safe, everybody.